Another striking example shows a soldier who seemed aware of the drone above him but chose simply to lie on the ground and watch. After the first drop, he even managed to throw it away, saving himself for a brief moment. But drones can adapt. The operators reloaded with a different type of munition designed to detonate on impact. This time the strike was direct and conclusive. Cameras captured a Russian soldier who had just woken up from sleep in the forest. Within seconds, a Ukrainian drone lined up a precise strike. A munition was released, landing dangerously close. The detonation left him with no chance to continue, showing once more that being careless on the front line is never safe. At the very beginning of these recordings, we can see a rather unusual scene. Reconnaissance drones from the incognito group spotted a Russian soldier who, unlike others armed with rifles or equipment, was proudly carrying a large flag. He was running across Ukrainian land with it, attempting to show his loyalty. As he became tired, he tried to hide by curling up on the ground, hoping this would protect him. However, this decision turned out to be his biggest mistake. A Ukrainian drone with release capabilities approached and dropped a munition. Although the soldier reacted quickly and tried to push it away, the blast still left him wounded and limited his ability to move effectively. A second precise drop followed, leaving him severely injured and unable to continue. Shortly after, he was confirmed as no longer active on the battlefield. Close to a reservoir, Ukrainian defenders noticed a wounded soldier limping back towards his positions. They quickly launched an FPV drone to intercept. As the drone approached, the soldier opened fire, trying to shoot it down. But every attempt failed. The drone adjusted its course and struck directly, bringing the encounter to a powerful conclusion. Moments later, another FPV drone was directed to assist Ukrainian infantry. A Russian soldier had chosen a concrete drainage pipe as his hiding place, believing it would shield him. In the next fragment, an FPV drone targeted a Russian soldier hiding inside an improvised shelter in a residential block. The shelter was not reinforced, and one direct strike was enough to neutralize the threat. We then witness a dramatic pursuit, as a Russian fighter attempted to escape on a motorcycle. Later, a camouflaged hiding spot was discovered in the woods near an old brick shed. A Russian soldier attempted to defend himself with nothing more than a stick against the incoming drone. At first, it looked like the strike might not detonate, but moments later, the blast proved effective. A second drone was dispatched to ensure the mission was completed without leaving any threats behind. Operators from the Ronin Brigade then located a Russian car hidden under camouflage netting. With a single strike, the vehicle was disabled on the road leading towards enemy positions. Soon after, an FPV drone encountered another enemy car driving quickly along the road. Despite the driver's attempt to escape, the strike was fast and accurate, bringing the movement to an immediate stop. The footage also shows Ukrainian drones targeting and disabling equipment and personal gear hidden inside trenches. Removing such supplies makes it harder for the opposing side to sustain its positions. In another chase, an FPV drone pursued a Russian Gazelle truck. As the drone closed in, soldiers leapt out and tried to scatter. One of them failed to get away and, along with the truck itself, was struck directly by the drone. The following scene showed the disabling of a supply vehicle filled with rations meant for enemy soldiers. One accurate strike ensured the supplies never reached their destination. A soldier from a specialized unit known as Predator, operating under the Ukrainian police force, was engaged in clearing opposing positions. Movement was detected within a shelter. Ukrainian personnel first deployed a grenade into the narrow entrance of the structure, resulting in a significant blast. Familiar with the internal layout, the soldiers followed up with targeted fire at the entrance, aiming to fully secure the position and eliminate any remaining threat. Thick black smoke was observed rising from the shelter. Ukrainian soldiers proceeded with extreme caution, determined to ensure the area was fully secured. In the final stage, additional munitions were placed inside the shelter to guarantee the complete neutralization of any remaining threat. This approach left no possibility for opposing forces to remain concealed within the structure. Another pursuit followed, involving two soldiers traveling on motorcycles. The first was quickly intercepted, while the second tried to escape at high speed. Yet Ukrainian drones proved faster and more persistent, catching up and striking him as well. In another night encounter, an FPV drone intercepted a Russian biker, forcing him to stop. Finally, Ukrainian drones targeted communication equipment, including antennas and electronic warfare systems, and by disabling these assets the operators significantly reduced the enemy's ability to coordinate and resist future drone operations. The 110th Motorized Rifle Brigade detected a Russian military assembly in an ammunition depot. Ukrainian forces immediately launched a drone strike, and seconds later, the warehouse was completely destroyed in a massive explosion. A Russian ZSTS armored vehicle, likely out of fuel, was stranded in a vulnerable area. There were probably multiple soldiers inside, but Ukrainian drones were already on the move. The vehicle, which suffered significant damage in the first attack, had not yet been fully neutralized. Its outer perimeter was reinforced against possible unmanned aerial attacks, a strategy recently observed in many Russian vehicles, but it no longer had the protection to withstand successive Ukrainian strikes. Ultimately, the vehicle was completely destroyed, leaving no opportunity for the soldiers inside to escape. The intensity of the explosions left no doubt about the effectiveness of their mission. Realizing that the armored vehicles could no longer move forward, the crew began to retreat. They attempted to use nearby trees for cover, but surveillance drones overhead had already detected their movements. Both bomb-carrying drones and FPV strike drones launched intense attacks on the retreating Russian soldiers. In a short time, the outcome for these troops mirrored that of the armored vehicles, a complete neutralization of the threat. A large-scale coordinated operation was conducted by the 33rd Separate Assault Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, in conjunction with the Air Force, near the settlement of Teatino in Russia's Kursk region. The operation featured a multi-layered and precisely executed series of strikes, utilizing various platforms in a synchronized manner. Intelligence reports indicated the presence of opposing forces in forested zones, at river crossings, in building complexes, and in open terrain around Teatino. It was also confirmed that elements of civilian infrastructure were being repurposed for military use, with several temporary command and supply points established near the village.